All right, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the North Shore 9 Postgame Show, powered by Primanti Brothers. I'm Tyler. With me is my guy, Douglas Freshcorn. Dougie, what's going on, my friend?
Sure. Hey, here we are toward the end of the season, playing out the string, and I just want to say, in the honor of the passing of the great James Earl Jones, people will come, Tyler. They will come to a North Shore 9 podcast, whether the Pirates
They
deserve it
sure
or
as heck
not,
will.
whether the bullpen implodes, whether they win or low, people will come, Tyler. So don't sell the farm. Don't sell the farm. Come on, stick with it for the rest of the season.
Yeah, just, hey, stick with the Pirates, stick with us. Mainly stick with us, because we're going to be here, hell or high water. Again, Pirates win this one 6-4. Gave up a run there in the ninth, but I thought the Pirates played a pretty good baseball game today. A little bit of small ball thrown at us here. I'm pleasantly pleased with what they did today.
Given how good our starting pitching has been this year, it's been a pleasant surprise just about every time we've used a bullpen game. It's been really successful this year. and we've had great starting pitching, but every once in a while we've rolled out these and it's a different, it's a different opener, it's a different order, the way people come. It's completely different guys, but it's worked. It's stunningly, somehow, given all the things that have gone wrong with this team, when we run out of a bullpen game, Joey Wentz goes two scoreless. So
Well,
it was.
Dougie, before we get into all that, let me tell you guys about Bet Online. Bet Online is the world's most trusted betting platform and your number one source for everything football. Bet Online has every stat, every matchup, and even live odds and spreads to bet on during the games. Think you know your stuff? Get on our $200,000 mega contest. That's all caps. And pick 5 games against the spread every week for your chance at weekly prizes in the share of $200,000. When the game's over, head on over to our online casino and get in on a game of blackjack or poker, or unwind with one of our over 150 slot games. Head to the website today and get in on the action. Bet Online, the game starts here. Doug, you know where the game starts? With your hat. The comments love it. The chat,
the comments are
loving
loving this
that hat. It's a little trippy.
My brother-in-law got me this for Christmas like 3 years ago. I've never worn it. It's a ridiculous, but today I decided, I'm going to bust out this hat, and well received. Thank you.
Hat.
Thank you.
And everybody bust out a hashtag, raise it there in the comments, and you will be entered into the giveaway for 2 Primanti Brothers gift cards. And trust me, they are well worthwhile. But again, drop a hashtag, raise it in there. You'll be entered into that contest. We'll get to that at the end of the show here. Doug, you want to go ahead and just, you know what? Let's just start here with Carmen Mlodzinski, who gets to start on the mound as the opener. And let me just talk a little bit about Carmen Mlodzinski, because I've felt like this for probably we're about a year and a half into his major league career, roughly. Personally, I think he is a very important piece of this bullpen, and maybe not just this bullpen, but maybe to this team. And I might be crazy saying this, because the versatility that Carmen Mlodzinski can provide a Major League Baseball team, I think, is extremely valuable. We've now seen him open a game. We've seen him provide late inning, higher leverage situations. We've seen him go 2 innings, 7th and 8th, 6th, 7th, 5th, 6th, whatever it may be. When Carmen Mlodzinski's right, he's almost like, and it's dependent on your back end guys being good, right? But when those back end guys are where they should be, Carmen Mlodzinski's almost kind of the glue to this bullpen, because he's a guy that you can just he's like the fireman. You can use him at whenever you want when he's on.
I think you're right. I think the only thing that's going to hold him back is health. If he can stay healthy, he's going to be a key part of this bullpen. I mean, we'll have to wait and see how next year's manager uses him. But yeah, and with this, okay, Chapman's gone. The struggles of Bednar, you guys like Mlodzinski and Nicholas, and maybe some of these guys that don't make the starting rotation. Dennis Santana. I won't be mad if Dennis Santana closes the rest of the way. He is the best pitcher in that bullpen right now. So it's going to be interesting to watch the evolution of this bullpen. And Carmen Mlodzinski is going to be a huge, significant part of it. Like I said, I think this is at least the second time he's opened. He's been effective in that. Last year with that great comeback against Cincinnati, I think he got the last out in that, clutch. He's like I said, he's pitched in high leverage situations. He's come in with guys on base. He is pretty good. Health, I think is his only real concern, and as with any player, I suppose. But yeah, he's going to be, he's going to be a big part of this bullpen moving forward. And I'm happy we got him.
Absolutely. And he starts the game, goes 2 innings in that opener role. I thought the command could have been better. I think he left the slider over the plate a little bit too much, but the stuff that he possesses is good enough that he can get away with those mistake pitches. And it's better than it was last year because we're starting to see a swing and miss come into play with him. And we're also seeing the confidence being built with Carmen Mlodzinski. And you have to be confident to be used in the roles that he's been used really over the last month and a half. But again, the fastball slider, he hung it a little bit. The slider was middle of the plate a lot more than I would have liked to see. But stuff-wise, it's excellent. He can get guys out, obviously, at a major league level, and well enough that, and being versatile enough that he can be used multiple different roles. And you don't see that type of deal that you might see with other guys, where if you're not slotted into that 8th inning role, it's like, my God, I don't know what to do now. Carmen Mlodzinski, you just plug and play with him. I just feel like he deserves his flowers.
Yeah, it's yeah, he does. You're right. And Shelton is a slave to this is my 9th inning guy and this is my 8th inning guy. But Mlodzinski's the one guy he's been happy I can put him anywhere. I can put him in an inning. So that does speak to the confidence that Shelton has in him and that the team has in him. He's a young pitcher. He's probably, what does he now have a full major league season under his belt? He's probably maybe a little bit more.
We're close.
I think he's only going to get better.
We're around it. I don't know exactly where we're at, but
yeah. I don't either. I did not check his innings pitched yet, but he looks, like I said, he looks like to be a major player in the rest of this season and going into 2025. Again, I won't be surprised if 7, 8, and 9 next year are Santana, Mlodzinski, and Nicholas. So we'll see.
We'll get to one of those guys here eventually, but and then the Pirates end up taking the lead there in the 1st inning. IKF comes up, singles. Brian Reynolds just continues to do what he does. He also singles both balls over 100 miles an hour from both of them. IKF moves to 3rd. And the part that I really, really want to talk about here, and it's something that will probably get overlooked. O'Neal Cruz is down in an 0-2 count. Bottom of the 1st. You got runners on 1st and 3rd. Again, 0-2 count. Normal Tyler's thinking, oh, good Lord, here we go. Gonna strike out, ground and double play. O'Neal Cruz pulls the baseball on the ground, gets a run home. Little things, man. That's good baseball. That's productive baseball. That's what you have to do to win baseball games.
Right. That's how the good teams play. You can't always hit it. We definitely want the ball over the fence more, but you can't do that every time, right? You got no-till count. It's not in your favor, and you get that run in. And that has been a failure of this team so much throughout the early part of the season. So much of the struggles. I mean, how often did we have it was, it was Cutchen Reynolds, second and third with nobody out. And then we got nothing, we couldn't score a run. And here lately, the last 10 games or so, it seems like that they are, moving a guy over. They're having productive outs. They're not striking out quite as much. I think it was only 6 strikeouts today. We want to keep in mind that the Marlins are a terrible team.
Right.
But again, the Pirates executed tonight, and they've executed here recently. Obviously a little too late, but it's about damn time also. So yeah, it was nice to see. It was, you got, go ahead.
No, it's just good to see guys that will be here next year being part of that. So you started off with IKF. We'll be here next year. Brian Reynolds will be here next year. O'Neill Cruz drives them in with a productive at bat in a 2-strike count. Another thing that I've talked about, the things I want to see from O'Neill Cruz throughout the way. Wanted to see the ball over the wall more. We're not quite there yet. Wanted to see him hit lefties. He's doing that a lot better. Another part is having these quality at bats. That's a quality at bat. When you're hitting third in this lineup and you have 2 guys that should be on base an okay amount of times, it's what you got to do, man. You drive home runs. We can talk to our bull in the face about RBIs, but it still does matter. You got to be able to produce in that situation. And O'Neill Cruz has done
productive
really well
outs.
They exist.
Right. Your outs have to count. Right. Yeah, I know. Right. You can't just strike out in these situations. You can't just ground out to the shortstop. You can't hit into a double play. Get the runner in. I don't care how you do it. Get the runner in. And that's what he's been doing, and that's what the Pirates have been doing here of late, and it's refreshing to see.
And then Joey Bart follows that up. He drives the second round home. It was just Jake Berger not knowing how to field a baseball. It should have been a double play ball. Not quite the quality of bat, but again, put balls in play. You never know what happens. We'll take it.
But that's it. That's exactly it. If you've been paying attention lately to the other teams, they've been terrible. Their fundamentals are awful. We're so locked in on how bad the Pirates' fundamentals are that we don't notice that, these teams too. So, yes. So when you're striking out 18 times in a game, it gives them far fewer opportunities to screw up. Put the ball in play. Stuff, there's not a lot of gold glovers out there. There's poorly prepared teams take advantage of it. But if you're striking out and, getting yourself into 0-2 counts all the time, being behind in the count and swinging it and then watching third pitch going by, you're not going to get anything, right? You hit the ball, see what happens.
Yeah. And really after that, it was kind of a snooze fest, which I don't know if you really expect that as a Pirates fan with an opener. And then, Doug, they followed it up with Joey Wentz. And if you watched the last time I was on that Joey Wentz was on, I was completely uninterested with Joey Wentz. I had no desire to hear his name ever again. Doug?
Here's my thoughts on Joey Wentz. Ben Cherington, to me, is a terrible general manager who should be fired. But one thing he has done kind of well is grab these relievers off the scrap heap that we all looked at their stats coming in and thought, why? Why are we even giving this guy innings? We thought that about Ryan Barucki, and we thought that about Dennis Santana, and we thought that about Dari Moreta, and we think that about Joey Wentz. So I'm going to give a little leeway here, a little, extend a little benefit of the doubt. They somehow are able to identify something in some of these, these relievers, Bailey Falter, some of these guys they've taken off the scrap heap. They don't all work, but I'll give Joey Wentz some room until we can no longer give him room. But what did he went?
He was good.
2 scoreless innings.
He was good.
Right? So
Doug, he was good.
Give him his flowers. Come on, Tyler.
Dude, I watched him walk into that ball game and thought, oh, good Lord, here we go again. Joey Wentz was good. Joey Wentz was really good today.
All right.
And you mentioned what Ben Sherrington's looking for here, what he's found pitching wise. You watch him throw in probably a lot more than falter because he's a lanky guy. You can see the vision with it, right? So the fastball is like 93. Curveball looked really good today. I'd like to see him work up in the zone a little more, but command was pretty good today. Honestly, I have no complaints about Joey Wentz. I thought he looked really good.
It was 2 innings against the Marlins, so I'm not quite ready to, extend him for 10 years or anything. But again, he can only pitch against who he's called to pitch against, and he did well.
But he's also one of those guys that when he's in the zone like he was today, and when he's able to locate in the zone, you can see the vision. Because even from the TV broadcast, it looks like that ball gets on you very quickly. And man, he was effective today. So he ends up going 2 2/3, gives up a run. The run he probably shouldn't have given up. Essentially, he gets through 2 innings, comes in for the 3rd inning, which I believe was his longest outing of the year. 2 outs. The Marlins double against him. Some guy with the last name like Hensley or something like that comes up. He's like a 189 hitter, and the Pirates go Kyle Nicholas, who notoriously is awful with guys on base. If I'm getting nitpicky here, Doug, and I'm going to get nitpicky because this can't be all rainbows and sunshine with a team that's 8 games under 500, however many it is. I can't count anymore.
I think it's 7 now.
Yeah, sure, 7. I'm actually, you know what?
69 and 76, baby.
This is on me. 69th win.
win.
We are 17 minutes, 48 seconds in. I didn't mention the 69th win. That's on me. Hand up on me. But so they go Nicholas there. I know that Wentz is late in his outing. Pitched more than he has, but really they really hadn't touched him up at all. He gave up the double, but it wasn't really a hard hit ball. You got some random dude up that's hitting 200. Can't even remember his name. I just said it 30 seconds ago. And you go with Nicholas, the righty, who has had a very good year. And this is just me being a little bit nitpicky. Just touch. That's where I think the numbers get more involved than your gut. That's where I'm like, you know what? Let's just give him one more. Just give him one more. I want Nicholas to have a clean inning. And I think Wentz can get out of this. I'm not there yet. Like, I'm not ready to yank him yet. Again, I'm just being a little bit nitpicky about this.
Yeah, I mean, you have every right to be at this point in the season, to be a little bit more than a little bit nitpicky. So, it's. I mean, Nicholas has been good. When he doesn't have it, he's sort of in that phase of his development where when he has it, he's lights out, and then when he doesn't have it, it's 3 walks. It's it's some extra base hits, that sort of thing.
Doug, there you go. It was 3 walks because he couldn't command his fastball. He looked bad. And for the most part, he's looked good. But tonight, he looked bad.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of those guys. Like, I'm never going to trust him. Because he can't command the fastball.
Not for a while.
He can't command the fastball.
But he's still young, still growing.
I mean, again, not complaining because there's been a lot more good than bad. But, man, like, there are times he comes in and it's just, it's more the inherited runners side of things where I don't know if I want him there.
Yeah. I mean, when he comes in, you're not you are nervous. I mean, it doesn't matter when he comes in. But he's pitched 58 innings in his career, so I'm willing to give him some more development time, a little more time to grow. Hopefully, fastball command, man. He's got to command that fastball. It's a simple game.
It really is. Drive. You know, you got guys at third base, less than 2 outs. Get them home.
Yeah.
You have a fastball that works. Throw it for a strike. It's a simple game.
Throw strikes. It's a simple game. Yeah.
It really is. Like, we can talk up and down about it all. It's a simple game. Get a guy in scoring position. Right. Less than 2 outs. Drive him home. You have a good fastball. Throw it for a strike.
Get him in.
It really is. Just
there's no simple mystery formula, right? You can throw out all the it's right. It's still hit the ball, get on base, be productive with your outs.
Yeah.
And throw strikes.
And again, go ahead and drop a hashtag raise to be entered into the giveaway for some Primanti Brothers sandwiches. What are we up to right now? 59 entries. And you know what? We're going up against kind of an important thing happening in America right now. So I'll take every viewer we get right now. People are watching us over the other thing happening on a news network.
And we're agreeing, so, all right.
Wild night.
We're not, I don't think we've told any lies yet. So we're come here for your pirate's truth.
Well, hey, we've talked over each other a little bit, so we might be on that spectrum.
That's my internet's fault.
Aside from that, Billy Cook gets Billy Cook gets a start in right field today. I love Billy Cook, man. Like, there was a play today in right field that bounced off the wall, and he played it like a freaking natural. I don't care what he does at the plate right now. I will care in about 3 weeks if he doesn't hit. But right now, he just looks like a baseball player. He made a great play in right field, sliding grab. I love what Billy Cook's bringing this team right now. He should have been up a long time ago.
Right. It's why we were asking for it, right? Because we knew he was better than what we had out there. None of us said that, we needed to start taking measurements, for his jacket or, start carving his bust or any of those things. We just knew he was better than what we were rolling out there. And he's shown that he's a baseball player. And just a few, he knows how to field the position, right? He's got a little pop in the bat. He can run a little. So yeah, play him every day. I don't care. Play first base, right field. I don't care where you're playing. Third base, where center field. I don't. Well, I guess we want to keep seeing O'Neal Cruz, who made a nice
one too.
Nice catch in center field. Yeah. I quite enjoyed that. Yeah, he certainly doesn't look like a guy that's pouting right now. So
no, but you know what's nice? Like with Billy Cook in right field, O'Neal Cruz in center, there are at least 2 corner player or 2 guys side by side that are actual athletes.
Right.
Not baseball. Yeah. Like these guys are actual athletes that can do something other than just
run. Right.
Like you got some guys that can run. And Billy Cook and O'Neal Cruz, I could get used to that if Billy Cook could hit. I could get used to that.
Yeah, I hope he can hit. Man, I hope he can hit just slightly above average. Slightly, OPS 720. I'm not asking, he doesn't have to get MVP votes. Just
I need more than that.
From Billy Cook, I'll be happy with that. I think Billy Cook's the first baseman next year, but we'll see how that turns out.
You sound like one of those that said Jared Chirillo should be the first baseman this year.
No, I never thought that. Wasting his glove. I thought Jared
first base you're wasting Billy Cook's speed. Doug, if we're rolling in next year with Billy Cook at first base, I might be calling this NS9 thing a day. I'm probably just wrapping this bad boy up.
I don't know, man. What are you gonna do? I mean,
Find one.
you gonna re-sign Rowdy? Yeah. Well, sure, easy. Let's go sign Pete Alonso. I agree.
Or-
That's a good idea.
Hey, Doug,
I don't see that happening.
Doug, are we in a safe space here? Like nobody's going to judge me?
No
this a safe
judgment.
space?
This is judgment. The chat is very non-judgmental.
This is a trust tree.
Yeah.
You know what I'm doing next year?
Exactly.
Like if I'm in charge, you know what I'm doing next year? Brian Reynolds is playing first base.
What are you doing next year?
Brian Reynolds is playing first base. That's it. That's it.
Okay, say that one more time.
Brian Reynolds is my first baseman next year.
I mean, 100%. But man, you've
ain't
got some
playing
work
the
to do on
outfield
that
no more.
outfield. Right.
I
Okay.
think you
Well,
could
if
put
we get
me out there.
You know what I'm doing next year? You know what I'm doing next year? I'm putting Brian Hayes at shortstop. So,
Well, now we're getting fancy.
and so we'll have three guys playing, new positions, and Cruz, Hayes, and Reynolds, and
Love it.
and then
Let's get weird.
Who's
Why
going to be
not?
this corner? Yeah, let's right. That's what I'm doing.
I'm with
Then
you.
I think he's the best probably option at shortstop that we have in the system, and then if he doesn't hit as well, it's fine. He's playing great defense at shortstop. So
Yeah, that's
Nick Gonzalez at third, Nick York at second.
all right. We're going the right direction, I thought. And then you just
Back to the game.
took it off the
I'm
deep
sorry.
end.
Back to once you put Brian Reynolds at first, and I agree with you, I would do that
I
as
thought
well.
we had three in a row that I was like, I don't hate that. I don't hate that. I don't hate that. And then you throw a monkey wrench into it.
Yeah.
And then just touch on one more thing, O'Neal Cruz in center field, because you brought it up there. 45% catch probability, according to Greg Brown. He made that thing look easy. You are starting to see him look very comfortable, man. Like I have not noticed a single instance of him looking uncomfortable in the last week or so. Like I could be missing something just because I'm me and I'm not always paying attention, but he's covering ground like a mofo.
It's to be expected. Yeah.
But the routes through the baseball
he's a great athlete.
Have been really good, I think. I could be wrong.
I think you were you were used to seeing some really bad routes taken by guys like Bay. Oh no, Michael A. Taylor's obviously played really well.
He played really well. But it looks different with O'Neal Cruz.
He looks good. Yeah, definitely. It looks like his confidence is growing. His comfort level is growing. Yeah, I mean, he's done everything we've asked. That's for sure. He has not let it impact his hitting. Right, he's been hitting great since the move, and I mean, look, there's gonna be some moments there that we're like, we should have left him at short, but I'm just waiting for the chance where he can just load up and unleash that cannon to home plate.
Yeah.
But
and hope that
I like what I see.
Catch it.
Well, I mean, I think I covered this the other night. We cannot. There's no way we're not going from outfield to cutoff man to home plate. We can't do that. That's way too many. Things have to happen: a catch, not a bobble; a throw, not a bobble. Okay, all right. So,
yeah, I mean, I've liked a lot of what I've seen out of him. I don't know. I just want to keep seeing more. I haven't seen anything that's made me be like, oh, this is never going to work.
Right. It's the only thing worth watching are the things that will help next year, that are going to impact next year, right? This is over. This season is over, right? So the only thing that I'm looking for is, can Joey Bart keep it up? Can O'Neal Cruz play center field? What can Billy Cook do? Can Dennis Santana keep going? That sort of thing. There's no, like at this point, I don't care what Connor Joe can do, and I don't care what Brian De La Cruz can do, or Rowdy Tellez, or any of that. It's the people that should be impacting this team next season. obviously Cruz is that at any position he plays. And he's hitting lefties consistently. He looks like he's having fun playing center field.
He does.
And it looks like he's embracing it. And that's all right. That's all we can ask for at this point, because I don't blame him. I wouldn't blame him if he was a little upset. He's been a shortstop since he was 6, right?
Kind of.
And it's not like they had Ozzie Smith. They didn't push him off shortstop because we had Ozzie Smith, killing it in the minors, right? No Jay Bell, So yeah, I wouldn't blame him if he was in this part of the season. I wouldn't blame him if he was a little bothered. But it seems to me that he's putting everything into it, and he's enjoying it, and he's having fun, and that can only bode well for how things go for him moving forward.
Yeah, like I said before, after it, doesn't matter if I like it, doesn't matter if O'Neal Cruz likes it. All that matters is that he has to buy in, and he doesn't have a choice. And I feel like he's bought in.
Right.
So,
yeah,
I am as proud of a person that I've never met as I can be, because it seems like he has bought into the position change. So,
right.
Good for O'Neal Cruz.
Yeah, I mean,
it hasn't affected much, but he's also growing in that position.
Right. Yeah, I mean, like I said, we've seen guys come up and switch positions and not feel comfortable, and then take that to the plate. And he looks comfortable and is still looking comfortable at the plate. You can't ask for any more than what he's done in this transition at this point. And like you said, it doesn't matter at this point who wants what. Like you said, he's bought in, he's embracing it, and it looks like he wants to be great at it.
Yeah. Oh, we both clicked at the same time. Clicked it again.
There you go.
Well, one more guy just to touch on. David Bednar comes in. He looked good. And I don't know if maybe he watched the Trevor May video about tipping pitches, but
right.
And chat, if you haven't
again,
seen
same
it,
thing.
I'd recommend
him right.
the Trevor May
right.
video. There is a video out there that Trevor May, former reliever, talking about O'Neal Cruz, good Lord, David Bednar tipping pitches. Maybe take a look at that. It was interesting, but he looked good today.
Interesting. Right.
I mean, I don't have much more to add on it, because it's what David Bednar is one of those wait and see kinds of guys right now. I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, he has no trade value right now, right? So I think we got to roll with him next year. So let's, let him finish strong. I don't care if it's in the 6th inning, 3 up, 3 down. Let's do a lot of that as the season goes on.
I know me sharing the comment doesn't really help.
DiNardo coming through.
Oh, he's on top of stuff. It might be Jim. Who knows?
Yeah, he is. Boy,
it's definitely DiNardo.
I don't think so.
Nah, Jim's in here on his own. But
yeah,
what do you think, Doug? Think we need to give away some Sammys?
I think we should.
I think we should. Let me remember how to do this.
Is this a 3-game? This is a 3-game win streak, right? Are we doing this? And we just won 3 in a row, right? I know we've beat the Marlins twice, and I think we beat somebody on Sunday.
Definitely 2 in a row.
We beat the Nationals. Yeah. It's 3 in a row, because we beat the Nationals on Sunday after being swept in a doubleheader.
Doug,
this is a win streak. It's officially a win streak.
I'll be honest. Like, outside the podcast personality I got going on right now, I don't know. Everything's a blur right now.
Well, I've done 2 of the podcasts, so I'm tired. And Paul Skeens pitched the other game, so it was easy for me to keep up with.
I feel I'm like one of the players right now. I feel like I've gone through a 162 game season. But let's give away some
It's taking its toll.
It's taking its toll. It's all worth it right now when we get to do this part. And let me remember how to do it real quick. Get rid of that. Do that. Do that. And we're all good. We can see that. All right. I was hoping for your reaction there, Doug. We have 66 entries.
Yes.
And let's go ahead
entries.
and give this bad boy away.
Oh, my hat is.
Good luck to you
might
all.
not be able to wear this hat anymore.
Who's the winner? Matt P.
Matt P.
I feel like I've seen that name before, but good for Matt. Congratulations. Go ahead and DM us Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, email. There's a lot of ways to get a hold of us. It's going to be North Shore9 on most accounts, and then northshore9@gmail.com if you want to email us. There you are, Matt. He's here with us. Let's go. Speaking of, he said he won a few weeks ago. You know what? Take the family out.
There you go. Winner.
You know what? Good Lord.
Oh, he won the ball game pass too? Okay, I don't want to hear anyone talking about my luck. Matt P.
I swear we're not rigging it.
Got the luck going.
But Matt might be our favorite. But hey, congratulations, Matt. And then there's obviously you know where to find us now. You've been through the ringer.
Yeah, Matt's got this down. All right.
Right. Hey, if you got any gambling picks this weekend, let me know. All right, Doug, you ready to get out of here?
It's time.
All right. Pirates win this one.
Let's go, Bucks.
We'll be back with you guys tomorrow and the next day and the next day and the next day. We're always here. All right, we're out. Pirates win 6-4. Thank you guys for watching. Peace out, Girl Scouts.
Hey, you all. Thank you for watching. I know we try to provide the most entertaining content that we can, and we'd love to spread it to as many people as possible. So I know it doesn't seem like a lot, but if you could take the 5 seconds to like this video and subscribe to the page, it helps out so much more than you know. Thank you, and let's go Bucks.